the first thing I want to say, and I think I speak on behalf of everybody, is thank you very much for caring about us. We're a small group of people, about 3 million, 5 million all over the world, and to have someone care for us really, really does mean a lot. I just want to say a few things. The bathrooms are out there. I don't know where it is. Sounds like a wedding. Ladies and gentlemen, just remember, I'll stand a little bit backwards so everybody can hear me. We all live in our own heads. So before you go, and Chris is a very nice guy, I see he greets everybody. But just role play. Put yourself in his position before you come to him and tell him about the pothole in your street or a cop that was racist.
I do fix potholes. Yeah. I've done it PE, but I was called a colonialist for doing it.
Fantastic. So just put yourself in his place. You know, there are a lot of people. He does a bigger job. Our little personal problems, he's very aware of it. He's more aware of problems in South Africa than probably we are ourselves. But just give him that respect. He's not an immigration officer. Don't speak to him about it. He can just say something, but he's not going to help you. So respect the man. You know, he's really overworked. He's become some sort of a internet celebrity, and he deserves it, and we are very thankful for that. Just a few things, Chris, and I'm just literally going to be 2 minutes.
I'm going to time you.
You can time me. Afrikaans people, colored people, black people, Indians have all. Maybe just switch off your cell phones also. I know everybody's still on because it's going to start ringing pretty soon. We've all been persecuted. We've all been murdered. We've all been blamed. We've all been humiliated. It seems like it doesn't stop when it comes to us, the Afrikaans people. And that's why we are thankful. Where someone says, guys, let's just move on. Politicized people are dangerous because they make judgments just generally seeing someone. They've already made a judgment. We are unashamedly Christian people. And, you know, if there are 1,000 people out here, me and you see 1,000 people. Our Savior Jesus Christ sees 1,000 ones. And we all have to strive to be like that, to not be hateful, despite what's happening to us. We have a history. We are resilient because of what has happened to us. And we're a loving people. And outside of politics, Chris, you know it, we want to tell you that we all really actually get along. It's politicians who destroy this country. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to say much more because I want Chris to speak to us so we can get inspiration. We almost are in need of a crisis because the train can't be stopped of corruption. And maybe America is that crisis. To put the pressure on a country where we all can stand together and realize it is not about races, black and white, it is about right and wrong. And I hope you can help us with that, and we look forward to listening to you.
Thank you. All right, so can you hear me back there? Can you hear me back here? Back there. All right, it's rare that people can't hear me. I tend to have a booming voice. I'll do my best. The strepsils really helped. So I had a bit of a sore throat there for a few days. I picked up some crud somewhere in South Africa. It was a nice gift. Thank you for that. But I'm on the mend now, feeling better. But I pushed through with 18-hour days regardless. So I need to be clear because there's some media folks here who asked some questions because they don't know much about me. I don't work for the U.S. government. Those of you who know me know that I'm a retired Army officer, 36 and a half years in the U.S. Army. I retired in October 2019, and I had big plans to start a consultancy to get U.S. businesses to invest in Africa because that's where the next big thing is at. In my view, I've been saying this for 15, 20 years. Africa is where the real growth is at. Despite the mass emigration away from the continent, by the year 2050, there will be 2.3 to 2.5 billion Africans. America's population is roughly 350 million people, depending how many criminal alien invaders we count in that number. And there will be a consumer economy in Africa, in my view, with disposable income by the year 2050 of about 900 million people. Any company that ignores Africa is foolish in my mind. And I don't want my country, which I think is the greatest country in the world, and yes, I'm biased. Sorry, Canada. We love Canada too. But I think we're the greatest country in the world, create the most opportunity for people all over the world, of all faiths, all colors, all creeds. We've wavered and we've lost our way from time to time, but I think my country is the greatest, and I'll stand on that. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So I don't represent the U.S. government. I represent myself and my viewers who watch, and that number has surged lately. And I'm not foolish. I'm not stupid. I know that people have suddenly grown interested, despite the shadow banning that I get on social media, because I'm a centrist and center right, and I tend to tell the truth and shoot straight. and give my analysis, and that's not popular with some tech companies. And so you know that I was shadow banned and I was canceled by a couple platforms when I did nothing to violate the rules. But those days are over. The world changed on November 5th. And I like to say that in America, we saved our country on November 5th and maybe the world. And I'm hoping that's the case. We'll see. But a lot of things have happened recently in which people take terms and misuse them and use them against people, like DEI in America. Diversity, equity, and inclusion isn't diversity. It's a lack of diversity. It's not inclusion, it's exclusion. And it's just not good. And that's ending now in America. I think that's for the better. America, in my view, was on a very similar path to South Africa until recently. But I think we may have changed the tide. So anyway, again, I don't represent the U.S. government. I do get a paycheck. I'm a retired Army colonel, so I do get a paycheck. And that money helps pay for my trips here to see you all. And I also want to make something else very clear. Most of my meet and greets are much more diverse than this. But I see today most of the crowd is very much pigmentationally challenged, like I am. And so you were cheated when it came to DNA. And, you know, like me, suffer in the sun like Australians, where skin cancer is the highest illness they have there. So normally I have much more diverse crowd than this, but a lot of my Black South African viewers who are Zulu and Xhosa are frightened. They're very scared right now. They're scared because if they speak up, they say something, they attend an event like this, they're going to be ostracized. They're going to be called coconuts and other racist names like that. And I'm heartbroken by that because I usually have, as I said, a much more diverse crowd. Not that I'm about diversity, but what my message is for everybody. And for those who watch my program, I appreciate that the Afrikaners and the Boers think that I support you, because I do. But I support all South Africans and all people. You know that on my channel, I promote 3 language culture groups: Afrikaans, Tswana, and Sotho. And I do that because I lived in Botswana, and I have a strong affinity for the Tswana-speaking peoples, who are wonderful people. And the Sotho are cousins. And when I go to Maseru and Lesotho, I can say Otsi Hilijang, and they understand me. But then they start talking, I get lost because I don't know Sotho. But I try to promote all 3 groups, plus colored South Africans who've had a very complicated history. So I'm not just for a group, I'm for all South Africans and for you all to have the best possible outcome in life.